Hello. Can you hear me?
Can I hear you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I can hear
good.
myself as well. Beautiful. Cool. So what are we going to do today?
Is that a question for me?
Well, I'm used to talking to myself. I'm not used to having more than one person here. So, okay. Well, we're going to do some mixing, aren't we? Hopefully. The goal is to finish mixing this. What would you call this track, Marcus? Given that you wrote this yourself, what would you call this track?
I don't know, man. It's I guess like an ambient album interlude.
Interesting.
Type of thing.
Ambient album interlude. Cool.
Yeah. I like interludes, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
I feel like they've kind of lost their place more recently, given the shift away from listening to actual albums in their entirety.
Yeah,
but
that's why I
like,
usually skip them myself.
Oh, but they can also just be like bullshit filler tracks. Like, you know, I know people like complain that like half of Tool's albums are just like filler tracks. That
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Like, and I actually agree in that case, but in like for Tool, but
there was that album you sent me the other day. What was it? A volume. It was like a kind of hip hoppy. You sent me it. It was a Spotify link you sent me, and it had like a kind of retro futuristic album cover with like.
Yeah, it was like poppy prog. Right?
Yeah,
it's actually I actually really like it.
Yeah.
I've been listening to it.
But there was an intro track, and I just like skipped.
I think the band's called Disperse.
Is it? Is
Yeah.
that what you
I think
sent
so.
me?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't think it was.
I actually really like a lot of the production on that album. Like some of the songs are a bit shitty, but there's a couple of tracks that I've been like playing on repeat.
I need to find the link you sent me because
it's I don't know if you want to bring up Spotify now, or if we should just get straight into this. But I'm pretty sure they're
it'll
called.
end up just getting muted if I do. So.
I'm pretty sure they're called Disperse, and I think the album. Actually, I can't remember what the album's called. Maybe like Forward or something like that.
No.
Yeah, man, I'm almost
you
positive.
Certain?
There's only two things I've sent you recently: that and like an actual hip hop R&B album by Moonchild.
That was the one
called Voyager.
Yeah, that was the one.
That was the one. Okay, yeah, that's like
this one.
Yeah. That's like neo soul.
Yeah, neo soul, fine.
Yeah,
but I there was an intro track, and I was just like, this is not going anywhere, and I felt really bad afterwards because I was like,
I feel like I remember it being quite good, but
I felt really bad because I was like, this isn't me. I'm not this person who's just like, get to the good shit. Just like I should be. Well, you know.
Depends on the context though, right? Like if you're listening at work in like the middle of your work day or something, you're not
I wanted to be able to, you know, you want to be able to appreciate it, and I don't know, just sometimes I'm like, I don't have the patience. And
yeah, I mean this is the kind of track that is definitely gonna require some patience. I mean, or like you're just gonna skip if you're not like, you know, if you're listening to like a DTO album, you know, should we have an album at some point? You're not gonna like sit and listen to this, or you know, every time you listen,
put that banger on.
Yeah, exactly.
Get that banger on.
Exactly, it's not gonna happen, right? But if you're, you know, if you're like sitting and doing focused listening with headphones on, that's what this track is for. Like it's pretty much just it's a very like layered sound designy track, which you're meant to appreciate like sitting down listening to with headphones rather than like, hey, blast that cool song on. And actually there's a couple of tracks that kind of inspired it, which I probably shouldn't mention.
Why?
Because I've like semi-ripped off.
No.
It's just like an amalgamation of like.
Tell me what you ripped off.
3 or 4 other.
Tell me what you ripped. Well, you didn't rip off like the actual notes.
I didn't rip off the notes, but like it's heavily inspired by actually like a Constructors Corporation.
Oh, really?
Track. Yeah.
Which one?
So it's on the second half of the album, which I don't think you've listened to.
No, I haven't.
But it's called Bomb, like BOM.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's like 11 or 12 minutes
of
really? Just like ambient. There's basically one melody, like similar to this track. There's like one riff, which is like played on piano, I think.
Yeah.
That just repeats for like pretty much the entire thing with just like a bunch of really cool sound design and like
interesting
Ninja just like doing some ambient vocals on top of it.
Okay.
And you basically
Well, I should listen to it, and then I can find his ambient vocals and then copy them.
But basically, for a while, I would just like, you know, like on my commute to work or whatever, if I was sitting on YouTube, I would just like put it on, just sort of like almost close my eyes and just get lost in this song. And it's just like atmosphere, like 11 minutes of spacey atmosphere, right? And it's almost like there's something like very meditative and like
I don't know if we can listen to it without getting muted.
Yeah, but it's just like, it's very hypnotic and very trancey and very meditative. And yeah, I guess I was trying to like create a similar sort of
vibe. Interesting.
In my own way.
I just want to check out.
But
I want to check out this dream myself just to make sure everything, like, because I know there's a lot of small stuff on the. Okay, quality of the stream looks pretty good.
Yeah, looks good. Yeah, so
the goal today is to get this track kind of done then.
Yeah, or as close to done as possible.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I have to add the vocals, don't I? So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's start. Might as well just start.
Well, yeah. So I was actually going to say something about the mix as it is now.
The what?
The way the mix is now.
Oh, right.
So basically, like, since you've got the original, like the MIDI version of this one, I feel like the main difference now is, for me, that I think we've talked about this a bit before, of like how the song's structured or the track structured. But basically, I kind of think of this track in a very like I like sort of visualize a scene when I'm listening to it, and like the scene that I'm visualizing in my head is like, for the intro, you're kind of walking down this like narrow, dark sort of passageway.
Right.
You don't really know what's going on, and you get to the end of it, and there's like some
sunlight
kind of like there's some kind of like doorway or some kind of like portal or something.
Okay.
And you're like, ooh, what's this? And you kind of go through, and then all of a sudden you're just like in this
soundscape.
This basically. You're just in this like universe or whatever with all this stuff going on, and there's like so much. It's just like, you know, you get sucked into this.
So we need to do some work today on that intro and get that shift.
Well, I was gonna say actually that like that's what I had originally imagined, and I feel like the way it is now, it's almost like the intro is fine, and like you get to this build up, but then when it opens up, I almost feel a sense of lightness and relief, the way that the mix sounds now.
Well, is that because of this xylophone, which is so...
Yeah, it might be because of that xylo effect that's so like...
Where is it? Here it is.
It's so overwhelming.
Is it this one?
No, it's not actually. There's another effect, like a very low-endy effect that you've...
Yeah, where is that?
It's like a rumble, like almost like an explosion or something.
Yeah, where is it? I think it might be here. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one. So maybe, I don't know if it's that... I actually quite like that sound.
Yeah.
I think it's super, super cool. But yeah, maybe it's...
well, in the original, it was more high-pitched, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was actually a lot shorter. When we listened to it just now, I realised that the build-up is really much shorter.
True.
Oh, hang on, sorry, I've got two overlapping. It's a lot more narrow in frequency.
Yeah.
It's really short.
Yeah, there's basically like, all it is like a crackle sound actually.
Yeah.
There's no... So then when it kicks in, you really feel that low end like suddenly hit you, right?
Yeah, and maybe that's something that we need to consider here, because...
It's a tough one, because I do really like that sound that you've created.
But that's just part of the that's just part of the synth that I'm using, so we don't...
There's something weird going on.
Something weird. I mean, I've EQ'd the hell out of that low end, actually.
No, I meant in the... It seems like something hasn't been transposed properly.
Oh, really?
Or was that just my imagination?
It's the exact same MIDI. I haven't...
Just play this bit again. I think it's okay, actually. I think it's just there's like a very strange effect on that Xylo that makes it sound...
It's the reverse.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That reverse is on if I take that, sorry.
Yeah. No, it's alright,
You remember all the trouble we went to get that reverse?
Yeah, my god, that was an effort.
Yeah, it's just a kind of...
I think you added this, actually.
I might have added...
Yeah. I mean, what a cool fucking sound, right? What a cool sound. But
the question
is... It's just not...
Is it...
appropriate for the part?
Well, look, the other thing is, we don't have to have it go so low.
Yeah.
Because at the moment we're automating that so that it...
you're automating the EQ.
The EQ, so that it brings out the low end.
So... We are. So the thing is, I feel like it might be okay. The main issue is that when it opens up into the next section, if you're gonna, whatever happens, that low end needs to be maintained somehow, right? Like, whereas if you feel like there's all this low end coming through,
and then it drops out,
then it's like that's the reverse of what we want, right? You want it to be like bang
so
in your
what
face.
What is going on right now? Maybe that's the question that we need to answer.
And yeah, I mean, you also said that you thought the intro was a lot more narrow in terms of frequency range in the original MIDI compared to what we have now. Yeah,
so let's just check out. Sorry, I'll get a spectrum analyzer up so we can see exactly what's going on. I like using this guy. Make sure it's not normalized. So yeah, I mean the low end completely drops out. Oh, hang on.
What is going on, man?
I've got the original playing as well. I don't know where the low end's coming from on your original. Like,
really?
Well, let's listen to your original. You see where the low end's coming from.
Yeah, let's have a listen.
You've got this.
There's a few things. One is that main xylophone part is just very low and heavy, and it's very loud in the mix.
But there's specifically a tone that's playing throughout.
There's like a droney thing.
Yeah.
Which
so
we
I think
don't have,
is it.
right?
Well, this is what I have. So I have it. It's just.
No, now you've got.
Have I got both playing?
You've got both playing again. So this is. I don't know what this is.
Maybe.
What do you have anything else, or is that all you got? Other than the glass streaming thing.
The glass streaming. I've got some sample effects here.
But no other synth part, right?
No, that's the next track. Well, I've just got the Zeta. I've got the one that we go into.
Yeah. So I feel like both of these are quite.
There's no low end.
There's no low end, no. Unless you octave down this one or something. The Zeta synth. I don't know.
It's a bit. It's
very like noisy as a.
Yeah, it doesn't really serve. Maybe one of these.
I think the issue is that the original synth I was using is like you didn't have it, or we changed it for some reason, right?
Yeah. So
this tractor beam that you just put on,
yeah,
I was gonna say I'm not super keen on it.
okay.
I think the reason is because it sounds quite a lot like a stringed instrument, right? It could almost be like a violin or something,
right?
Or like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's got that quality to it,
right?
Or not, or like, I don't know. At least that's what I hear.
Sure, but what's the issue?
Well, I'm just thinking, like, is that, is it just like too organic for the context, Like, is it too pretty and too organic sounding in amongst all of this, like, electronic stuff?
Not playing. This one.
The one that's like,
this is the
one that I'm hearing in my left.
In your left, yeah. This is it.
This is the guy.
Yeah. Got here.
So again, there's like a high
output 10
in the right. Oh, you've got two going on. That's why. So I'm hearing glass streaming in my right and tractor beam in my left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this one.
Yeah.
That's the one you're talking about.
Yeah. Maybe this just needs to be a much more low-endy sound.
The reason I had this is because I had it going with this one, creating a bit of width.
Maybe Alien Force is the original one that I had.
Yeah, and I created this one to be able to give width to this sound.
They sound nice together.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then they fade out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They're just like automated. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's actually your automation.
Probably, yeah. Which you can maybe fix, but make smoother or whatever.
That's fine as is. Yeah. Well, we can just do a little some of that.
So I like this tractor beam quite a lot. It's got a really interesting. I don't know how to describe it, but
like a warble.
Yeah.
It's
It's almost like a voice. It sounds almost like.
Well, I actually did.
It's very cool.
You know that the one that I ended up calling Breath of Devil or something.
Yeah.
I actually put some effects on that, which now also give it that quality of something talking. Listen,
right.
I think it sounds way cooler than it did.
Yeah. That's really cool.
You hear it's almost like muffled voices.
Yeah, muffled voices, yeah.
It's really creepy as fuck.
That's creepy as fuck. I couldn't actually hear this much in the mix. But
well, we'll turn it up.
So the other thing is about this track is like.
So I think what you're right though. The main issue is the low end, right? Which we should I think work to bring in. So maybe it's a new part or something.
So I think it's the low end. Well, it's like, yeah.
I wonder what you would do. Maybe we just take the note from the tractor beam and do something completely like.
Can we hear the original again?
Yeah.
I just want to try and like pick out what's going on in there.
Let me just make sure I haven't muted anything like that. Got vinyl scratching, which I've replaced with the rain sound that I sampled.
Yeah.
These are all samples that come in at some point. We've got chimes.
So the other thing is, I feel like the chimes. I feel like we need more of the chimes. Basically,
that's fine. We can do more.
And I also think that they need to be. So in the original, there's so much like reverb on them that it's almost like you can hear in the individual like notes, but it's almost just
blends together.
Yeah, it just blends together as this like tingly high frequency.
I mean, right now they're very quiet.
Whereas right now they're very quiet and they're quite dry, right? I mean, actually they're not super dry, but
I've just turned it up.
I feel like having that be quite loud.
That does bring up the That does increase the kind of frequency, the feel of that frequency.
Yeah, exactly. But I also feel like they... Yeah, I mean, it makes a big difference.
Yeah. But I think what we'll do is we'll find some more interesting reverb, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, just so that almost like the notes blend together.
Yeah, I think we'll find a new reverb, I reckon. Because right now these are all reverbs that I'm using on the other track, so I'll just call it Z reverb, because so we know it's for this track. And then I will use... This might be interesting for it, actually.
The track's called Zeta, by the way, for anyone who doesn't have context.
Yeah. I've hidden the number of views because it's likely to be 0. Oh no, it's 1. We've got 1 view. So basically, yeah, let's try routing through this. Where is it? Chimes.
Springbox.
I'm gonna add it I'm gonna add multiple sends. Insert send, Z reverb. Okay, let's turn this one down.
Is that actually doing anything?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Z reverb, why are you not doing anything? That's odd. Oh, now it is, yeah. It's just very quiet.
What if you put more like pre-reverb? No, that's interesting. I don't know what that did, but
it changed the
like frequency at which it... There's definitely something interesting going on. That's cool. It's getting closer.
I mean, I just may have maxed everything out.
So weirdly enough, I still feel like the individual like notes have a bit too much attack. Or do you like that?
I don't. I know what you're saying. I could probably mess with that a little bit.
Yeah.
Just take some of the high end off because...
True. Anyway, they're much closer, I think.
I mean, it might need some...
Have they got any compression?
They don't. No, they don't. But we can add some and see. never remember how to turn the gate off on this. I don't want that. Well, there's quite a bit of compression on them now.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what we can do to make these more just less attacky.
Yeah. Have you tried what are the actual velocity? Oh, it's audio because you recorded it.
I
you actually played the notes. Yeah. Yeah, you'd probably know better than me.
Let's swap this reverb out with something else, see if that will help us, because I reckon... okay, let's use like a rich plate or something. Let me do that over here. Samples. IRs. Extreme. Lexicon.
Extreme.
Plates. Want something really warm, I think. Dark plate, that could be interesting. Diffusion 99. Let's see how that sounds.
Is this just like a preset reverb?
Yeah, it's an impulse response. So let's start without it and bring it in. It's more like it, isn't it? Washy.
It's definitely nice, yeah. The attack is still there, but I think it's going to just be there.
Well...
It doesn't really bother me, to be honest, necessarily.
You could just take the high end off. It's like, how do you want it to be quite present in the high frequencies?
Yeah, exactly.
How do you do that without?
Exactly. I think these are sounding like pretty close now, though.
Yeah.
I'd say that this is like good enough
to move on to something else.
Yeah. There's no delay on them, right? Or is there?
I put the spring reverb on it as well.
Yeah.
Listen to that.
Shit, there's some interesting stuff going on. Okay, that's really interesting.
Let's put the big reverb on as well.
It almost sounds like there's some percussion going on in the background or something.
It's some weird shit, man. I don't get it. It's the spring reverb. It's like the sound of the springs.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. I mean, I don't know.
Don't know if that brings anything to it.
Do you think it will just muddy the mix, basically? That's the question.
I don't know. I mean, we've got space in the mix.
I like it.
Oh.
There's like some sub bass
some
shit.
Sub bass going on.
That might be cool actually, because it just needs more low end, right?
Not that kind of low end, I think. Let's not get all
ridiculous.
Well, let's use this.
Tame this a little bit.
Use this for the high end.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it sounds amazing on its own.
Some things often do, but okay.
Yeah, I know.
Let's hear what it's like in the mix.
That's without.
That's without the EQ, the shaving the high end off.
I like it without.
Yeah, okay.
It's so nice, right?
Yeah,
having that high end in all its glory.
Yeah, so I think what we'll do is let's get rid of that, and then we'll tame the high end a bit on the reverb, which is actually what's kind of messy.
Mm-hmm. They're probably like a bit loud in the mix anyway now, but not super far off.
I mean, we could try and do some pitch stuff with it to actually like fill it out.
You mean the gaps between notes?
No, just to give it a bit more warmth. I don't know. Or if we put an octave and blend it in there.
Interesting. I would never have thought of that. This is octave down.
It's mixed, yeah.
With an octave down. It's not doing much for me.
No. Okay.
I think it's good enough to move on, man.
Okay,
like they'll need refining, but
yeah. I just I remember in your original here, like they're just super loud.
Yeah, they're so loud. I know. But they're just constant. Actually, I think it's just a loop of like,
yeah,
4 or 5 notes that just loop over and over.
I'm wondering
and over
if what you're actually doing here is you've got it going through like, they almost sound like they're going through an amp of some kind.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Whereas yours is like much more natural.
Yeah.
Like it's actual. You can tell it's like played individual notes. I mean, the thing is, I think the whole reason that you made your own ones is because you thought they'd be a lot better than just some sampled shit, right? But if you think that the originals sound better, there's no reason we can't go back to it, right? Like, I think
it wasn't just that, and I can't quite remember why I didn't like them, but
I mean, these sound much more organic. I guess it just depends what vibe we're going for. It sounded pretty good.
Yeah. That's kind of closer to what you had.
It's pretty fucking nice, actually. Fab filter does the magic, right?
Just needs, it just needs a bit of EQing in some of the areas. Like...
Something annoying you.
Yeah, it just gets in
the way. Oh, it's very cool. You're just listening to this frequency range.
Yeah. I think when I go low...
I can't tell anything, man.
Impressive. No, I haven't. I'm waiting for me to play the fucking notes, because... I think it's coming here. Where is it? That's better. That's good, no?
Yeah, sounds pretty good to me.
I'll tidy it up. I'll tidy it up another time.
Yeah. I bet people didn't realize we were going to spend 45 minutes on wind chimes.
What? There's nothing wrong with 45 minutes on wind chimes. True. As long as they we haven't finished as well.
I know. We're not finished.
Let's move on for now.
I know.
Let's save as well.
Yeah.
It's not waste 45 minutes of wind chimes on.
Yeah. Okay. I think they've come a long way.
They've come a long way. Okay.
So can we play the original again one more time for reference? So there's that synth that you have as well, which is what's it called again? If you scroll down.
Hang on. Which one?
Yeah, keep scrolling down. that astronaut effect is so good, so creepy.
The alien chimes or the glass streaming?
Probably alien chimes.
This one?
What's Z synths?
Z synths.
What's that? Further up.
That's just
Oh, that's the thing that you were gonna...
What's that?
This is the one that you put in that we said got too much noise on it. But there's another one, the one that's in the original. Which one is it?
So maybe that.
There's one that's really loud in the original. Oh, is it track to beam? Is it track to beam? I think. Yeah, this guy.
This one.
Yeah. So this one is in from when it all comes in, right? This one comes in. Yeah. So this is also really loud in my mix, I feel like.
Maybe,
and it's got a lot of well, it's not really low end, but it's just got a lot of like,
where is it?
I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
okay. Well, what's the balance in my current mix?
yeah, so it's pretty loud now as well, actually.
I mean, you can hear it.
Yeah,
it's going.
Yeah, I think it's important that that's actually quite loud.
Okay, well we can make it louder.
No, I think it's pretty good.
It's good as it is.
Well, you turned it up a bit just now, didn't you?
Yeah.
What was that, like 10 plus 10 dB or some shit?
Well, it goes in and out, so you have to decide where.
But like when it comes in, because it's loudest when it comes in.
Yeah. Oh, it's loudest when it comes in.
Yeah, it's super loud when it comes in. Like that's definitely loud, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it needs to be loud.
Yeah. Just wondering if it's.
And it's panned to the left throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you've got the alien, you've got two, remember?
Yeah, that's why. Because I think in my one it's centered. Everything is just like in your face.
So you've got one on the right and one on the left.
Yeah, left is the tractor beam.
Left is
and
the
right
tractor beam,
is
this alien force.
Maybe bring alien force up a bit as well then.
This is kind of what I wanted to avoid doing, is bringing everything up.
I mean, in relation to one another, in the sense that they're...
Yeah, now they're...
do you feel like they're balanced nicely?
No.
They're not, right?
No, because I just brought one up.
Yeah.
Hang on. Okay, that's more.
Some weird shit going on. It's the best. Yeah, I feel like that makes a huge difference, right? To the impact.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, maybe they're a bit too loud now, but like
it's fine.
The general,
they both feed into this atmosphere thing, so
the general, like, they add so much to the attack.
Actually, the left one's a bit louder now than maybe.
I think that's okay. I'd rather the left one be a bit louder.
Sorry, the right one was louder.
Really?
The right one was like that. So.
I think it's because the right one is naturally
higher pitch.
Higher pitched,
you just got to get
so
them.
you don't. It's not as in your face.
I think that's good.
Yeah. What if we try in the build up, taking out that
in the build-up, taking off that.
Yeah, just to hear how it sounds like.
Do you want me to try first of all doing it without bringing in the low end? I can do it so that the low end is not automated.
Yeah. Or just like ease back on it either way, like whether it's the low end.
So that's it. That's with it eased off.
It's a lot better than it was, right?
There was maybe too much low end.
I think it's still worth thinking about whether we're going to use that or use something that has no low end.
The other thing is that in your version, the build-up is a lot slower. A lot quicker.
Yeah, a lot more sudden, yeah.
So maybe we can just try to see if that actually helps.
Yeah, it's more like you're not sure what's going on and then all of a sudden there's been a build-up.
That's because I've got this thing going.
What's the purple?
It's a synth parameter that gives it that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a nicer amount of build-up, I would say. Do you agree? Or you didn't like it?
I like the longer build-up.
You like the long one?
But I mean, I'm not too bothered. It's more. I think more of the issue now is how you preserve that after.
So
what is that?
Basically,
there's a note. Is that in that as well? No. So is it here?
That's the one that I was saying sounds out of tune.
Yeah.
Because it is out of tune, but I think it's because of the reverse. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Is it because of the reverse?
I don't know. That's what you seem to think. This is a MIDI part though, right? Oh no, this is audio.
It's audio.
Yeah, it's definitely not right. But the rest of it is fine, right? The rest of it's in tune.
Yeah, maybe we don't actually raise the volume of the reverse part.
No.
And we just raise the volume of...
Even take it out if it's out of tune. I mean, if it's...
I don't know. I think that it has like an overtone kind of feel to it that I think is not bad.
Yeah.
But it's just the balance is thrown off.
Because you're hearing this strange... Yeah, it's better without it. Better without it.
And I quite like... There's something about it I quite like.
You want to keep it? I
wanna add some reverb to it and leave like a reverb trail of it.
Okay.
Let me duplicate this track. Just bear with me.
Take your time, pal.
I should have eaten something. I'm hungry.
I was going to ask you if you'd eaten, actually. I assumed that you had.
I had two crumpets with cream cheese.
Just your typical Saturday morning brunch, you know.
I usually have something like toast, cream cheese.
I was like being honest when I said your typical Saturday morning. Seems like something toasted is.
I'm usually a toast, something in the morning, like easy, whatever's easy. So then we're gonna add Valhalla Vintage Verb.
Valhalla, so good.
Add like a
very,
nice
very appropriate given
12-second
that
delay.
I'm
So
watching Vikings at the moment. That's really nice, actually.
yeah, we'll take off all the pre-delay. Do all that. Low cut, depth. Oh no, we don't want any mod.
So you're gonna replace the original with this, basically, and just have a nice hangover. That was weird. It was better before. Was it with the pre-delay?
Weird.
That's weird. Yeah, that's better. So you don't hear the when the note releases, you don't hear the transition.
No, I just took the pre-delay off, but
that's nice. I like the
That's much better.
Yeah, I like the 1970s one. That's a nice long delay.
yeah, man, that's sick.
Do you think you'll even hear it though?
So then what we'll do is we'll turn this note down. And then we'll check the balance between the two. Tasty.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, let's hear it in context. Could be louder.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to hear it with all that stuff going on, right? So much going on.
I just like it's like this discordant.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's definitely cool. Turn up a bit more.
I don't know if we want to bring it in some more slowly.
A little bit more slowly.
Or just bring it in from the beginning like that.
No. Like fade it in a little bit.
Hang on, let me just try this.
I don't know actually about having this tail, man, because everything else is like cutting off sharp, like hard, right?
Yeah,
that's the kind of the point of it.
It's
a sudden.
Okay, so
transition.
maybe what I'm trying to do is solve the issue of the cut not being right by doing.
What do you mean the cut not being right?
Well, at the moment the cut is not right. It feels off.
Yeah, because of
the low end.
Because of production, not because of the actual tracks.
Yeah, so
right?
I'm trying to solve it in a way.
Yeah, so let's not fucking around and actually get to the root of the problem. So, like, what I was gonna say is, I
like it. I'm gonna keep it for now. Though.
I
reckon it will be okay.
Keep it. Are you gonna get food or something?
No.
Okay, you just
I'm adjusting.
Yeah, adjusting. So, one thing I was gonna say is, like, when you listen to this intro, there's a lot of low end in general, right?
Yeah.
Like in some of the parts, I'm not even sure which ones are which, but some of the xylophone has like some serious low end, more so than the actual after it opens up. If anything, there's like more low end in the intro, right? It's like kind of like the reverse of what we want.
Really?
To my ears, yeah. Like if you just play the bit before the build up.
So I think it's probably these.
Yeah, it's one of these xylo guys or something.
It's this one. It's your.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's. I think. I'm not sure if we added them afterwards, but the bass notes shouldn't have any of those bass notes, right? Like the low octave notes that I can see in that MIDI file. They're so low. They've got so much low end in them, right? Like if you just tried completely taking them out just for like shits and giggles to see what it sounds like.
Does yours not have that?
Yeah, I don't think it has it, and I think you added it because I don't know, I think you just thought it would be.
But are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, it's only got like the middle octave, doesn't have any low notes. The parts don't change at all.
Interesting. Okay, well we can get rid of them.
I think it has to, otherwise you're never gonna feel like. So there's two issues. One is like the notes, and the other is, I guess, just like the EQing of everything, right?
Well, if you take these notes out, that'll be less of an issue.
I feel like in my one, and I can't remember what I did because it was so long ago, but it sounds like there's a lot of high pass stuff.
Yeah, I mean
everything has like high pass on it, you know. Because like even the general EQ of this has a lot of body to it. There's a lot of body to it, right?
Yeah.
That the clicking is so pronounced.
Mm.
And so there's another pad,
yeah,
which also has quite a bit of low end in it.
This one.
Is that it? Zeta synth? Yeah. I mean, it might be okay.
This is the one that
you added, right?
I mean, how high do we take it? I mean, it's all pretty much low end.
Yeah, exactly. That's just how the part is, right? It's what.
So nice.
I mean, it's incredible. It's so nice, right?
I just want to
you could just listen to this for like 5 minutes and enjoy it.
It's just say I want to swim in it.
I know. Maybe we need this in like the next bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe this is what actually we need.
Maybe we need to replace the stringy, like the violin-y synth with this. 'Cause it's so nice. So fucking nice.
The low end piece from your original with this.
No, I mean, you know how before I was saying that there's that synth that sounds quite like stringy, sounds like a violin.
Yes.
Like when it
yeah, but
kicks in.
I mean it's different registers, isn't it? I mean it's not really. I don't know. We can try, but
yeah. What I'm saying though is like
I'm saying this would actually work nicely. Might work more nicely as that low end carpet for the
when it opens out.
Yeah.
Instead of.
Well, we don't. It seems like we're missing something.
That's what I mean. Yeah, just shove it in, right? Take it out of the intro. Like the original intro only has 2 parts, right? It's got the synth that we just took the bass notes out of, the xylophone, sorry, that we just took the bass notes out of, and then the second part which like plays off of it, which is also The reverse
Sorry,
part. The
what were you
reverse one.
saying?
I'm saying in my original intro,
Yeah.
all it has is two instruments. One is the xylophone that we just took the low end notes out
Right.
of, and the reverse xylophone, the one that we spent ages fucking around with. That's it. There's nothing else in there, and which is why it sounds so narrow. Probably.
Yeah, and I put this in because I wanted something for the build up.
Probably,
right? Yeah. So I mean, we can take it.
But maybe it doesn't make sense having it in the intro because it's just making life harder when it opens up. Right. I think these two parts sound so nice together, like the interplay between them. I think the rain could use some.
Let's wait.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, now you're not feeling like it's missing any low end, right?
No. But there's also no build up.
Yeah, as in we need to fix all that, but it feels like there's tons of low end now for me.
Okay.
We need to figure out what we're going to do with the build up for sure.
Maybe this is actually an octave lower than it needs to be. Is it B5?
So what is this part?
Oh, it only plays there. So okay, it's a short note. So we need actually a note that plays consistently.
Yeah, so this is just something that just for giving impact, right? And then it just drops out.
Yeah, but we don't need it if we have the proper synth that lasts the whole.
Yeah.
Holds out.
So this one, you said you didn't like it because it's got too much noise on it.
Yeah.
It's like got a lot of distortion. Like.
But I thought it was playing the whole way through, but it's not actually. It's just kind of.
So which ones are playing the whole way through? That's because I think there are some that are playing the whole way through, right?
The tractor beam.
There's tractor beam.
The two tractor beams.
Alien Force, but then there's also. There's Zeta atmosphere, right?
There's this alien chimes. There's these alien chimes. Oh no, that's glass streaming. These are the alien chimes.
Yeah, those are nice. Which is the one that sounds like a stringed instrument?
You and the stringed instrument. It's the left tractor beam.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah. So everything we've got now is good. But they're all quite high endy, right?
Yeah.
So there's nothing basically low end that plays throughout.
Yeah. You just want a pad, I guess.
Or you didn't want to try what we have in the intro?
Well, my point was that one
not iced tea.
The note doesn't hold.
No, the thing that you had that was building up originally.
Yeah, the note doesn't hold. Fades out on its own. This one.
Oh, okay, that's the one.
Yeah, it just fades out after a bar. Because it's not a sustained pad. It's just a.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? So it just goes away. So you get the low end impact, but so my point was we need to find something that can actually be sustained.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's sounding pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, save. Let's see if we can add. I just find it weird. I would have I tried to copy everything that you had in your original.
I think it is everything.
So where's that low end coming from then? Or maybe it was this, but I was using a different instrument.
It could be, yeah.
So is that note?
I think it would make sense because it seems weird that I would program such a long note.
Yeah.
But then it's not, you know, it's not like a pad.
Yeah. So okay, we need to find a pad. So synth. I haven't used this synth yet. Let's try it out.
Did you save?
Yeah.
It looked like it was about to crash and made me nervous.
Okay. Got a lot of delay.
Oh, wow.
Something with some bass. Vocal bass. Let's get the volumes down as well. I reckon it's cool.
These aren't actual.
Okay, we can mess with that, I think.
Do you want something with a relatively clean tone?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying we can mess with this.
Yeah. Like
just clean it up.
You clean out all the fuzz and stuff, you mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of filters, so we can.
That's sub bass.
Oh
my god. Hey, good luck figuring your way around this this interface.
It's like being on the set of Blade Runner.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know where that tinkling sound is coming from.
Yeah, it's like there's two instruments on top of each other.
I think. Oh, I'm in arpeggio mode on here, I think. So what's the note?
Yeah, it's hard to tell how this will sound in. It might be a bit brutal, man.
We need to get it in, and then once we've got it in, we'll it's a lot of tracks. Too many tracks. Okay, here we go. So where's it going? Just under this Zeta thing here. Oh, come on. Let me collapse everything, because moving shit around is getting serious. Here we go. Oh, I was trying to put a folder within a folder, that's why. Don't need that folder. Can go. Okay, and then we just want this note, right? Okay, good. Is that the note? I guess it is. It's just not.
The right note?
Yeah.
No.
It's not, is it?
I mean, this is quite discordant. It should be a B, really.
It's a bit chaotic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit chaotic. You need something just very clean, don't you? Just like a warm bass.
Techno Crusader? Don't think so.
I think this instrument is probably
overkill.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of simple. It's hard to find a simple synth these days. Delete associate tracks. Yes.
Even just like Dimensions Pro, man.
No, I don't use that shit.
You don't use that shit?
No. It's bullshit.
It's bullshit. It's got some decent synth sounds.
I don't know.
Yeah, but if you say you have no alternative, then you can't complain, can you? Z3TA Plus has some good shit.
I'm not using like these standard fucking things from Apple because they're linked to the program. Like as soon as
you move out, you lose them, right?
Yeah, I mean these are just. So if we. So we just need pads, basics, fillers. What is it, a B? Accidentally.
That's decent. Do you want it more sub bass or just low end?
It doesn't need to have sub bass really. This has got a lot of This isn't bad.
Yeah, it's closer than the previous one.
Hey Jenna, how you doing, man? First time catching one of your music streams. To be fair, this is only the second music stream I've done, so you're forgiven for having missed the first. Good to hear it. This is my bandmate, Marcus.
Hey Jenna. It's got a lot of fuzz on it, right?
Yeah, I'm just.
Do you like that?
No, I'm trying to figure out like all these.
Yeah, just take the cutoff down. I mean, that's okay. That'll like something like that will do the job, right?
Maybe. I think there's just a very audible.
Oh. Yeah, but you can just automate that out, right?
No, I just rather. Is it that? Wait, I just want to know where it's coming from. Why is... Hang on. No, it's not. It's triggering 2 cents, that's why.
Oh. Yeah, that's fine, right? Let's just see what it sounds like. That's interesting.
That's nice.
Interesting resonant frequency.
Okay, let's try that. Let's organize a little bit. Okay, let's copy this note over. Well, yeah, let's have it in both. Why not? Okay.
Is it the right note?
We're doing the B. Let's just see if it needs to be dropped an octave. It's better already. Right?
Yeah, I can't even hear it.
But you can though if I take it out. No? Maybe not. I thought I was hearing it.
It's better already, man.
There's already more low end in than I was expecting.
That placebo effect right there.
Yeah, it's not a... Well, let's drop it an octave and let's...
Oh, yeah. Sounds like I'm in church.
I really like the 2 tracks in Monument to Her Exile. That was some good shit. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Jenna. This is still Monument to Her Exile.
Yeah, so this is Monument to Her Exile, Chapter 2. This is what we're working on now. Well, it's kind of like an interlude track between the 2 chapters, basically. So the next chapter will have 2 new tracks, and this is kind of like a bridge between the 2. So I don't know if we'll release this one in chapter 2, or whether we'll save it for like an album experience kind of thing that will, like when we release everything together, whether it will sit in between then. But yeah.
Yeah, in theory, there's 4 chapters written to make up a whole album.
But we're not sure if we'll try and do the rest in a 3rd chapter instead of like dragging things out too much. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I've got no space here. Okay, now it's dropped an octave. Let's see how the transition works. You love the interlude stuff that chains songs together. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah, we were.
We were saying I used to be the kind of person that liked that kind of stuff, and then I noticed when Marcus sent me an album the other day, and it had like a track that was called Intro, and I was just like, skip. I was like, oh, I've become that person. Listening to a full album that mixes all the songs into one continuous track is awesome. I don't know where you stand on French female singers, but there is a cool album by a female singer called Camille, and the album is called Le Fil, which is LE space FIL, which means the thread. And all of the tracks are kind of tied together with this. So basically, the majority of the album is vocals, and all of the tracks are kind of tied together with this vocal tone that goes, and then they just kind of blend into each other. It's really cool.
Oh shit! There's like a vocal.
Yeah,
like
it's called the thread.
The whole thing. Wow.
Not throughout all the songs, but they join all the tracks together.
Oh, cool.
Oh, it's a bit.
It's not great, is it?
It's got a tone to it that is not. It's a bit. It's got like a nasal quality to it, maybe.
I don't think you're gonna get what you're after with this.
I disagree, my man.
With this low end synth idea, I don't think you're gonna find anything that sounds good.
It's just too much.
It just needs to be like
that.
Like monotone, just like no qualities to it at all. Just low end noise.
What's going on? I wish I could cycle through these a lot easier. Low pass. We want a low pass. 60. I think this one's giving me the issue.
Why don't you take it out? You can't just take out the oscillation one, I guess, eh?
Oh, what have I done? Why doesn't undo work? Undo should work. Yeah, I've taken it out.
Yeah.
But now, I'm not sure that really helps me.
So, what's VCF1?
That's this. It's an envelope. If I take it off...
Oh, I see.
There's just something about this...
It's like a tractor beam.
It's a poly wave, but I only want a single wave. Maybe Saw Soft. Oh, here we go.
What's this?
These are the waves. So what we want is a sine. Well, I mean, it
might be good.
It's a base,
yeah.
Right?
I don't think you want anything that has more character than this.
We can always automate some character into it as needed to give it some variance, you know.
But how does this sound like with the rest of the? Like, is this doing something for you?
It's really, well, I mean, it's quite loud, but.
Sounds awful, right?
Yeah. Not sure why.
Told you, man.
It doesn't need it.
Doesn't need it.
You're saying we don't need anything.
Doesn't need it, man.
Okay.
I don't know. I like now that we've fixed the intro, or at least like we haven't totally finished, but we've made big changes. It feels super impactful when it kicks in.
Okay, cool.
And maybe there's more we can do. Maybe the main xylophone could be tweaked more.
Okay.
But you've already brought out a lot of extra low end in it, right?
Which is this one, right? Xylo 2. So I think.
Yeah, and also feel like that should be the loudest thing in the mix, pretty much.
I think it is at the moment. Or maybe not.
Yeah, I think relative to the high one, it could be louder, you know?
Which is the high one?
There's like an octave of the same melody.
Is there?
Yeah, I think so, unless it's all in the same track.
Oh, there's the Rhodes.
Is it Rhodes, maybe?
That's the high one. That's the two together.
Yeah. So Xylo 2 could be louder, should be louder relative to Rhodes, I think.
I think that's good. Like that. Okay, let's take some of these tractor beams down. What's too loud right now? I feel like I mean, the chime's fine. They're going to be aggressive as fuck. But
I think so. Is the range still in?
It is, yeah.
So the range should get the fuck out. Totally.
You had it going the whole time.
Did I really?
Yeah. You had the vinyl scratching. It's just replacing the vinyl scratching. It's just white noise, basically.
Yeah, but is it really going the whole time in my one?
Sample effects.
It's not, man. It's not. I guarantee you.
Here it is.
Because in my one, the vinyl scratching is
Oh
see?
yeah, you dropped it.
It's out. It's goodbye.
Fuck you.
And that's part of what makes the like tonal change, right? The like sonic change.
Okay.
Is that like all of that white noise all of a sudden is like gone, right? It like peaks and then it's gone, like drops out.
Okay. And then you bring it back in, actually.
I bring it back in at the end when like everything cuts out again and it goes back into more of like an intro vibe.
Right,
then
right,
it kind of creeps back in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
now I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So I got a bit confused.
You wouldn't know unless you looked at the automation, right? So
I should have looked.
The other thing is, I think the white noise, I think we can do something with this rain noise.
Yeah, we'll
I think it's
we'll
too,
tweak it.
It's too like it feels very very wide in the intro. It feels very like stereo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's quite.
I've got it. I've got some wideness on it.
I almost feel like it needs narrowing in, and again maybe a bit of EQ.
I can just narrowed it right now.
Like I don't know, like some sort of filter.
You've got the rain here, like building up. Your thing. So that's what you were using.
That's
for the
what
build.
I was using for the build up, is the rhinal scratching.
Okay, well we can do that as well, because that works nicely.
And then it builds, and then it's like out all of a sudden.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So I think we need to. And then what I can do is, I can increase the wideness as I increase the volume.
Yeah.
Do you want that as well?
Oh yeah, why not?
So that could be interesting. Yeah, wrong curve. Let's just listen to it on its own for a second. What?
That was super short, right?
You think? I didn't realize what scale I was at.
Yeah. Like a 16th note or something.
Yeah, it was even less. It was like a 30-second
crescendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something along those lines.
just to give a little.
Yeah. Maybe it can be even a bit longer, actually.
Well, let's see how long the other bits are, because we want it to match the build in the Zeta synth. So it actually starts just before
whatever that bar is. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
It's quite a bit.
Yeah, maybe we won't do it as much. Let's just hear.
Yeah, maybe you can start it a bit later.
Let's just hear how it sounds.
So, yeah, because the rain might be.
Well, let's hear how it sounds in the mix, so that we know what we're doing. I think the wideness is actually, like, making it wider is giving that phasing quality, which is not ideal.
It's getting there. So actually, one cool thing that I did with the vinyl scratching, which I quite like, is that it kind of almost comes out and then like
I can see what you've done.
I quite like it. Yeah, I quite like it.
Well,
it's interesting. Like it drops a bit and then it like shoots right up, just like at the end.
I do seem to recall.
Something along those lines. But I think that the rain sounds.
I think it just needs to be a bit longer, the build up.
Yeah. But,
so maybe, I don't know. Let's try that, and then
also I think on that, to get that like scratchy sound, sounding as it is, I think I like brought in some sort of distortion or some sort of like.
Oh, interesting.
I think I had like some sort of like overdrive that I was like automating as well.
Okay.
Like something along those lines to give it like for it to cut through like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. But I think the rain sound itself could be changed a little bit.
Well, we'll EQ it as needed, I think, but I don't know. That's obviously got a bit more body to it.
Mm-hmm.
Keep forgetting you guys can't see. something. I don't know. There's a feeling of abruptness that yours didn't have. Like I know yours is abrupt.
There's a feeling of abruptness in this.
Yeah. And I don't know if okay, let's just listen to you.
I think it's just a matter of getting the right things building at the right points in time, which we haven't. I don't think we have enough yet.
Well, maybe it's just because when I hear yours, I know I've heard it before, so.
No, I think I did it quite nicely, but. It's like
maybe the vinyl sound is better.
There's some quality to it that like is consistent, right? You mean there's some like continuity? Is that what you mean?
I think there's just no like the frequency responses. She's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I think the rain.
But maybe let's bring in the vinyl as well.
Yeah, try it.
Let's bring in that vinyl scratching, but we don't have to bring it in from the.
I can't even remember where I got this from, by the way. But like, yeah, I don't know if that's a thing or not. But.
I don't know why it's split that way. It's split in the exact space where there was that must have been something I did.
Yeah, maybe you took it out because you wanted to use something else.
Well, I think what we do is let's try that.
I didn't even hear it.
No, because the gain is -18 for some reason, and the volume is off. So, nice. Oh no, the volume's off obviously because of the automation.
It's automate. Oh, I see what you've done with the automation. Yeah.
Well, how are these sounding together?
I'm not even sure I can hear the vinyl. Are you 100% sure that I'm hearing it? Because I didn't hear any vinyl just then. Oh, okay. It's just very quiet, right? Or is it just my imagination?
I mean, look at the waveform. It's
maybe
it's quiet.
I think
did you compress it or something, or did you put some saturation on it?
I don't know. I think I turned the gain up or something, or I did something or other.
Let's do that. That'll do. I think that'll help.
Yeah, that's kind of more like the way it sounded.
It is, yeah. It is actually. It's got a slight warmth to it, right?
Yeah. So let's hear them together.
And I took the saturator off that one because I think it's actually not what we want.
It's got that like
that's really good.
That like it's sort of reversey sound.
Yeah,
It's got like this I don't know, it's weird. I can't describe it, but it's got like a very distinct character to it, doesn't it?
I want to keep some of the rain in.
Yeah, definitely keep them together.
No, as in after the cut.
After the cut, yeah.
Just just bear with me.
Explain yourself, good sir.
Explain yourself. Thick wrapping paper and an ocean wave crashing.
Man, I was gonna say like
it
like sounds like
paper.
Fucking paper, man. I was actually about to say. That's so true.
It is. Yeah.
Thanks for your patience with us, like Jenner.
Oh, he knows patience. He watches me play fucking The Witness. Really? Yeah, he knows patience, man.
I'm not sure I would like sit through to you guys
sit through this guy fucking
figuring out fucking
you see, I think that will sound good.
Yeah, let's hear it in the mix because I like that you don't like the abruptness of it just cutting out.
Let me just hear it. Let me just see if what I'm thinking is actually...
It loses the impact, right?
Yeah, it's not good.
I think I tried this when I was doing it, and I realized it just has to cut.
Like
just out.
Cut like out.
Yeah. Take it out completely.
I've taken it.
But it's not going down to 0.
Oh, is it not?
The rain isn't, right?
You're correct. You are correct.
You could bring it back in if you want it in afterwards. You can fade it back in after like a couple of bars.
We can play with that. I think also the rain is actually starting a bit. We don't need as much of it now. When is your next album coming out? I can't wait.
When is it coming out?
I don't fucking know. Listen, we've spent half an hour, 40 minutes on fucking The Sound of Paper. When do you think it's coming out?
What the fuck is that?
They're doing some drilling next door. I should sample that drilling. Shall we sample the drilling?
No.
I'm going to sample it and we're going to get it in.
We're not going to get it in. So it's sounding pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's do something with the rain, man.
Okay. What should we do with the rain?
I feel like it needs to be like contained a little bit.
Oh man, this is going to annoy me.
I can close the window.
Yeah, just close it for now.